live. Let's see out there. We'll see how long that lasts. Lasts. Miles Davis, 100 year. Good article in there, though. It's, you know, how Miles Davis was a very, he was a, he was a, what would you call it? The leader and changing, kind of moving forward. He was always moving forward. And he basically had five major phases of his career. And that's, I haven't read it yet, but there's like an article on each one. And I'll know more after that. And the nice thing about musical articles like that and shit, I absorb that easily. You know what I mean? You know how some shit you read and you can read it five times and don't fucking get through. I can read something about music and it's fucking like sinks right in. I'm a little more of a Coltrane man, but they obviously played together. Guess I'm just a little more of a sax man. Although I love Satch Mo. Louis was more of a melodic player. Playing those beautifully melodic and note, distinct note sort of solos. Never played a bad note. I don't think ever, ever, ever. Seems that way. Fascinating. At the Jazz Museum in the French Quarter, you got to go all the way down to the end, right when it turns into Frenchman Street, and that which is actually where the best place to hang out. But I don't really want you to know that, because what makes it great is it's not the French Quarter, but there's all live music and it's. But anyway, they have a jazz museum there. What's going on, Nico? Nico, I hope you're not the Nico I work. Eh. But whoa, that's bad. What is this? They? I don't know. Not into that shit. Um. So yeah, it's a jazz museum in the French Quarter there, and it's, I don't know if it was free, but anyway, they have Louis Armstrong was a collagist. He cut shit out of like pictures out of magazines and paste them on a page, make collages. And they had a bunch of them there, and it was fascinating. Just to know that that's, he spent his life on the road all the time. He'd be at home, and he liked doing that. That was just something he did to chill. Because I think Louis Armstrong is probably, to me, probably the greatest musician ever. Like, I literally don't think he ever played a bad note. And you should listen to Louis Armstrong if you don't. There's plenty of recordings going right back to his beginning, the hot fives and hot sevens of the 20s into the 30s. That's kind of when he was the young buck, and like those are all like the seminal tunes and like the crazy solos and stuff. And then as the 30s went into the 40s and 50s, that's when he kind of toured with it was like the Louis Armstrong All Stars, and that's when he was singing, like he'd sing Blueberry Hill and when it's sunny time down south, something like that. And do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? Just all those things. But he was a perfect singer too. Just Billy. You okay, sweetheart? Are you okay, buddy? My cat, you don't see a cat. I've got like a plastic. I guess I can show you. All right. So there's my boy, Billy, my oldest cat. He's a little big. But he tried to jump. The two boots were on top of that, and facing out that way, and he went and grabbed the boot, one of the boots, and he went and landed on his back. You don't see that much. He's a bit of an oaf, very lovable. He's a rock, but yeah, he's gotten a little. I don't think he's at the top of his cat game, so to speak, as far as agility. Oh, he's a great boy. There's Ziggy, his younger brother. I have 5 cats. They all have the same mother. That's Donald over there, right there. He's a little troublemaker. And Ziggy's got a sister, little black cat like her, like him. Little, I call her Peanut too. She's Angie, and she's like a little muscle. But her and Donald are, you know, chasing. Oh wow, 18 viewers, amazing. Just doing a little. What do we got? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night stream. Old man down, way down, down, down by the docks of the city. Fine and dirty. Ask me for a dime cup of coffee. I got no dime, but I got some time to hear the story. My name is August West. I love my pearly makeup touch and my wine. More than my wine. More than my maker. Oh, he's no friend of mine. Everyone said I come to no good. I knew I would early believe that. Gonna do that whole one over again. Everyone said I come to no good. I knew I would early believe them. Half of my life spent doing time for some other fucker's crime. The other half found me stumbling around, drunk on burgundy wine. But I'll get back on my feet someday. The good Lord willing, if he says I may, oh, that the life I'm living's no good. I'll get a new start. Live the life I should. I'll get up and fly away. I'll get up and fly away. Fly away. Early's been true to me, true to my dying day, he said. I said to him, I said to him, I'm sure she's been. I said to him, I'm sure she's been true to you. Got up and wondered, wandered downtown, nowhere to go but just to hang around. I've got a girl, funny Lee. I know that girl's been true to me. I know she's been, I'm sure she's been true to me. Coming to Los Angeles, carrying a couple keys. Don't keep my bags, please, Mr. Customs man. Yeah. Well, don't you love her madly? Don't you need her badly? Don't you love her way? Well, tell me what you say. Don't you love her madly? Don't you love her way? Don't you love her as oh, like she did? Oh, 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 oh. You sing a song. Oh, nope, nope. Uh, no, that's not it. Yep. All over, all over, all over, all over this song. Think over this song. Well, all right. Fucking Doors, man. Gotta love the Doors. You gotta love the Doors. If you don't, there's probably something wrong with you. Check out American Prayer. If you've never heard American Prayer, that was put out after Jim Morrison died. But it was like he had recorded, professionally recorded some poetry because he considered himself a poet. He had every right to aspire to that. Some people find some of his lyrics juvenile. I think they're good for rock and roll. I don't really give a shit about poetry, so there. But American Prayer, and then after he died, the rest of the door they put music. It's fucking cool, And like some of it, if you know the Doors, there's like riffs you'll know and stuff, and like Texas big beat and stuff. But it's cool. It's a good one to throw on, like if you've come home and it's just you're able to put that on at a reasonable volume. It's kind of either way, but it's like a 1 a.m. It's after you've come home album. I think personally. But you're not, yeah, I guess maybe you are just going to fall asleep. But so maybe the first time you do it 7 o'clock or so, then go out. It's a good album though, The Doors are an LA band. It's through and through. They were big. It just so coincided. I was like 10 years old in 1979. And there was a book by Danny Sugarman, No One Here Gets Out Alive, had come out. And he was he as a little kid, I guess maybe like 13, he started hanging out. They had a clubhouse and he just found it somehow, was a fan and just became like their gopher. And then he eventually became manager of the Doors affairs, like after it was all over, but it's a pretty big business. And he put out his book, his insider book. It was a big book. So you always you can't help but think that the Doors kind of started to regain a little prominence right when I started to kind of form my musical interests. And had that book not come out, they may not have been, because I'm listening to like WBCN in Boston at the time. Because I had older brothers and sisters. I don't know if I would have been that hip, probably, but no. Which is one of the greatest radio stations ever up till about into the 80s, you know? And then it just kind of, they went pretty much, yeah, I don't know the exact dates, but yeah, they became like talk, and it was like some fucking Tool Nick something. And Mark Parento and all that shit. Parento kind of started, he was pretty popular, but his thing was like me and all that. It just crude shit, you know. That's when it just, WAF. That was like the loser station that played the heavy metal that all the fucking shitheads listen to. Just my personal opinion. They're all right. I get too fucking worked up if I fucking say something like that. Like too many people do. But I did look at it a little like that. Fuck it. I just never got into that. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm cool with all the Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne shit, but I've never owned an album by either. Never wanted to. I don't think I've ever held one in my hands and looked at one, either in a store or at a friend who probably, I don't know if I've ever had a friend who listened to that shit either. A little bit, but um, and that's nothing. It's just not my thing. And I always thought, and I was like in seventh grade when Crazy Train was hitting. But even then, I didn't get, I wanted Journey Escape. I didn't get fucking Ozzy Osbourne Crazy Train or whatever the album was. Mad Diary of a Madman, is that what that was called? But it was everywhere because that's when we were doing the roller skating in Norfolk, Massachusetts. And that was on. Crazy Train was on fucking heavy duty. But there was that other song we used to do the ice skating over in Franklin too. They had the disco ball, it'd be 2 hours Friday nights. They don't ride like that. And Greg Kinn, remember that? That was a huge song. I remember at the ice game. They don't ride like that anymore. Oh no, they don't. No, no. That was a big one. Those were good times. Trying to remember how I got onto the Nazi Osborne. I don't know. And smoke some grass. Ah. Oh, I've got some Coke, regular Coke in there, and the ice is just like that melt, kind of crushed. I guess crushed. We're not gonna say kinda. What's so sweet? What's so fine? I want you all and everything just to be mine, cause you're my girl. You're my love. Oh, girl, I'm just a jeepster for your love. Slide so with bone so fine. You've got the universe reclining in your head, cause you're my babe. Oh, my girl. Oh, girl, I'm just a jeepster for your love. Just like a car, you're pleasing to behold. I'll call you Jaguar. If I may be so bold, 'cause you're my baby, 'cause you're my love. Oh, girl, I'm just a cheapster for your love. Wild winds blow on your frozen boots. You flip your hip, it always makes me weak. You're my baby, you're my love. Oh, girl, I'm just a cheapster for your love. Motivation is so sweet. My patience are burning up my feet. 'Cause you're my baby, you're my love. Girl, I'm just a cheapster for your love. Girl, I'm just a vampire. Girl, I'm just a vampire for your love. It's a tough one. It's easy, I don't. Can you see my hand? Oh, sorry. Not trying to be tricky, and it's not that tricky, but it's not that hard. But it's one of those ones where the rhythm is in the singing. Some of it hard. The one I have trouble with is that, or the most trouble with, let's say. The wild winds blow upon your frozen cheeks. The way you flip your hip, it always makes me weak. They don't write them like that anymore. Don't tell me they do either. That was Mark Bolan, better known as T Rex. There's a chance, and some of you, if you're young, you may know the song Bang a Gong. Bang a Gong, get it on. He wrote that. And this is probably his second most famous tune. I thought this is my favorite, Jeepster. Same album, T Rex Slider. And Hot Love, that's another good tune he has. I like. I really like that one. But he was big, like early set, like 71, 2, 3 area maybe. Then he died, I think, motorcycle crash or something. But he was kind of like in that David Bowie early days of David Bowie. David Bowie didn't die. But Ringo loved Mark Bolan. I mean, England's a small place. I've never been there, but I just can understand geography. So, like those 60s, all those rock stars, even if they came from all over the country, Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool, they end up in London, and they're all going to the same places and they all knew each other. And it was, it was probably pretty cool. Whereas, you're in Frisco, you're not, it's going to be a few year, levels of rising before you're going to ever be asked to come to New York or able to go to New York if as a musician or something, maybe. Back in the day, who really gives a shit about what's going on now? Music's so horrible. Soulless. Not all of it, obviously. There's a lot of, for me, it's more the Billy Strings. People who real music who play takes a lot of dedication and there's no faking it with music. But all the joys out of it for me, like with the going to live music is just so expensive. It's stuff and it's no fun. I miss the days, you know, I don't think things were that out of control, but concerts used to get out of control. And not really bad, but there'd be fights. And I don't like seeing like bad shit happen in a fight, but See, just that sort of stuff happening at a concert just made it a lot more lively and fun. You go to a concert now, it is not enjoyable. The people are horrible, and there's more people who want you to shut up or and shit, and it just fucking sucks. Going to, you got like the Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater is a place end up. I probably won't go anyway. It's a beautiful place, but it's like I don't want that, man. I want a fucking rock and roll show, not people going shh or wait. You can't go to your seat till the next song and shit. I want to stand up and fucking. A lot of people like that, but so fuck you. I mean, if you're at a show where it's like you can stand up or sit down, fuck you. If I'm standing up right in front of you, fuck you. You don't want to fucking stand up. That's your fucking prerogative. Don't ask me to sit down if I'm at a rock and roll show. You're a fucking douchebag. It's what fucking music's all about, standing up. And I do it all the time, dude, where I sit down and everybody's standing up because they're 30 years younger than me, and I have no problem with it. Just wanted to be clear about that issue. You go to a musical show and people stand up and you don't want to, shut the fuck up. Sick of this society that's all these young fucking losers with the shit where you can't be everybody must be tolerated. Fuck you. You're an annoying asshole. You should be fucking told that and shamed into fucking thinking about not being one. Oh, we don't need confrontation. What are you getting angry about? Fuck you. And I'm not talking to you people. Other than in general about my suggestions about how to handle that shit. I met her in a club down in Old Soho where they drink champagne. Tastes just like cherry cola. COLA cola. I asked her her name in a better voice. She said, "Oh, goodbye. Hello, 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 hello." I love how people need answers for what other people are doing. You do realize I don't have to answer anything. And who the fuck cares? Why? Nobody knows anybody anything ever, except in a monetary transaction, of course, for in exchange for goods or services. Who was he swearing at? That's awesome. That may be why I did it. I love it. I love it. Not in a tricky way. This is the album by Mike Gordon, the bassist for Fish. and it's with Leo Kottke, Kottke, Kotke. He goes back to the 70s, famous acoustic guitarist. But they got this song on there Mike Gordon wrote. It's total Mike Gordon if you know Fish, which I do know Fish and Mike Gordon from Sudbury, Mass. It's only a few miles from where I grew up. And but it's called Random, and it's like, and I was just kind of gonna explain that. Yeah, I love like just random stuff, like so that like. But he has this song. I am random. I said a bunch of words and you can't understand them. That's like the chorus, and it's so Mike Gordon, man. Yeah, if you don't listen to Fish, and yeah, it's kind of a college band. If you haven't been to college, you kind of get into that in college. It's kind of a thinking man's. Yeah, and I do mean that to be snooty to piss people off. We've got it simple, cause we've got a band, and we. I guess I never thought about how did I. What is a band without simple symbols are grand. Billy, what are you doing, buddy? We've got it simple. Cause what does he do there? Kind of plan. Hey, Donald, you've got to be. He just somehow wrapped his cord. All right, he's out of it. He like walked. The cord's hanging like this, so he walked like this, turned his head. It was luckily it was loose enough to fall right off. Damn, I've sung that before. Why am I missing that? I don't know if you. We've got it simple. Got a band. And hmm, I play along to that all the time. I guess I gotta. I feel like I'm missing a part. I definitely am missing a part there. So, but hey, that's another Fish tune. Simple. See, that's the sort of thing they do. They're like, we've got it simple because we're in a band. We play cymbals in the band. And it's like they have a song called the MoMA Dance, MoMA Dance. But the lyrics are like the moment ends, the moment ends, the moment ends, the moment ends. And you know, they're not like Bob Dylan lyricists. So some of their songs are just kind of clever little things like alliterations or the moment ends, the moment ends, the moment dance, the moment dance. That's a good one. All right, brother. Thanks, man. What is a band without cymbals? Cymbals are grand. Oh yeah, we've been working. This is I'm fucking. Actually, I think I'm through it. Like the last couple days, I've just been singing this melody and playing it to learn it. Pretty easy. Still don't have the words down though yet, but I gotta. This is just one of those freshman fucking songs when you're a freshman in college. If you have not yet been exposed to this album, and somehow I don't believe I was. I think my sister had Four Way Street, but she didn't have the first CSN album. Let's smoke some grass before we do that. Right? How's that sound? Sounds good to me. Not much happening like that. That was the end of the little bowl. We just do a little pinch. Essentially a one hitter, maybe two. That's what that was. There was a little bit in there, but not enough. Looking at the world through the sunset in your eyes. Traveling the train through the clear Moroccan sky. Ducks, bits, and chickens walk. Animal carpet wall to wall. American ladies 5 foot tall and little cobwebs on the edges of my mind. I get away to see what I can find. Oh, it's light. It's back to the listen now to what's been said to you. But you know what right on the American express. You know what right on the American express. American all along the train. All along the train. I've been saving all my money just to take you there. I smell the garden in your head. Take the train from Casablanca, going south, blowing smoky from the corners of my mouth. Jim Cobras in the sweat. Seven Jimmins so we can wear. Let me hear you go. Don't you know we're riding up the passions? Don't you know we're riding up the passions? Recipe the cash all over the train. All over the train. All over the train. All over the train. What's up with that shit, huh? I don't know what that means. Hmm. Some sort of symbol in front of the words? Is that something they do? Does that mean translation or something? I don't know, man. That's fun. I actually like that part. Come back into that. All aboard the train. I've been saving all my money just to take you there. I smell the garden in your head. Take a train from Casablanca, going south. Smoke rings from the corners of my colored cotton hanging in the air. Charming cobras in sweat. Striped jabellas, jalabas, striped jalabas. We can wear at home. Ladies, don't you know we're riding on Marrakesh? Don't you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? We're taking to Marrakesh. Oh, 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 train. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. We go. We go. We go down. Ari and smelly bordellos, dressing rooms filled with parasites. Well, stage band, it's got problems. They're a bag of nerves on first nights. It's sounds kind of rough. Yeah, and the cold drugstore supplies. All supplies. Yeah, and I have a fix. Yeah, it's all it's too warm for hey. It's much better days. Just as long as it's on place. Let it steal your heart away. Steal your heart away. Just as long There's a guitar to play. Just as long as guitar to play. Just as long as guitar. Just as long as guitar play. It's a good one. It's a good one, man. Better get your shit together. Hi. You can blame it on the government or the weather, but you're still gonna have to get your shit together. Yeah, I don't mind a lend a hand. Just don't make that your whole plan. Get your own shit together. It's so easy to slip. It's so easy to fall. Let your memory drift into nothing at all. All the love that you missed, all the people that you can't recall, do they really exist at all? Well, I don't want to live forever in the shadow of your leaving me. So I light another jazz cigarette. Try to remember to forget. Yeah, it's so easy to slip. It's so easy to fall. Let your memory drift into nothing at all. All the love that you missed, all the people you can't recall, do they really exist at all? Well, like the sad melody I play time together, like the sad melody I play. It's so easy to slip. It's so easy to it's 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 fall. It's the fall. It's easy to fall. So get your shit together. Blame it on the government or the weather. You're still gonna have your shit together. I don't mind to lend a hand. Just don't make that your whole damn plan. Have your shit together. It's gonna get real hard, real fast. We ain't gonna have no water. Ain't gonna be able to get no gas. Better have some lead. You better keep your head and have your shit together. Have your shit together. Can't count on no one else. So have your shit together. Song I'm working on seems prescient. Yeah, look at my hair. I got one of like I at work, like if I just for, kind of I work outside, my car's there sort of thing. So, and I have time where I can occasionally just stand there. So I got one of those things, but my hair got a little long. So by tomorrow it'll be done. But yeah, I didn't I kind of forgot I had been doing that today, because I got busy at the and I was like, oh, because I got like splotches of hair. Because when you do that thing and it gets a little longer, you kind of takes a while. The thing I bought one of those ones. It was advertisement, like I think probably on the game I play. I don't know, somewhere YouTube or the game. I play one game online, and you get free spins on the wheel if you watch like a 30-second ad, which I usually don't watch them. So it was probably a YouTube related thing. I don't know, but it was just one of those things. You hold on your hand, you put it in your palm, and they're showing the guys cleaning their hair right off. It ain't like with another guy. I'll sit and wonder why. Here comes the night. Here comes the night. Comes the night. Here it comes. Here comes the night. Here comes the night. Ooh, 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 yeah. Van Morrison, man. Them. Great band. It's cool. It's good, hard hitting, white boy, early 60s, seminal R&B. Nice, clear, fucking chugging sound. Can't go wrong with Van the Man. He's one of the only musicians. I mean, Clapton, amazingly, had the balls to stand up against that fucking COVID shit. Anybody tells you they're bad people for that, it's an asshole. You support what happened during COVID to the government, you can go fuck yourself. And I do not apologize for being so blunt. That needs to be clear, man. You support the government for what went on during that shit. You're my enemy. And if the chance comes where I can slay you, I will do it. Gladly. Basically, if it society just breaks down in the next couple of years before I'm too old. I'm gonna have my guns and my guitars and ukuleles, my cats, and my hopefully a horse. Thankfully, I'm in an area with many horses. And you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. That's how I'll roll. And I seek solitude. So if you're bothering me, you're barking up the wrong tree, man, and you're gonna pay for it. Like I said, your wagon wheel breaks, I'll give you a hand and keep it moving. That's the way that works. I'll help you fix your wheel. Get the fuck going, dude. Good luck to you. Here's some cornbread. All right, thanks for tuning in. Remember, you gotta have a little. This is not the blowjob symbol. This is the tongue in cheek. It's also the blowjob symbol, but I didn't do like a. Wait, no. That was funny because my arm was like where. Oh, this is really big. But that's another subject for another day. All right, thanks for tuning in. Tune back in for other random Tourette's episodes. I don't believe it is. I'm too aware of it. It's just fun. When you talk about an issue you care about, I think it's all right to be passionate and be like, fuck. Hey, 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 you two. God, those two. I get two. Two of the cats are just, and the girl, she just, I just don't like hearing the sound. And they do kind of go into a quick little, and, you know, chaos ensues. And I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I just want everybody to get along. Isn't that what we all want? Except Ukraine. I hope they fucking all go to hell. I don't mean that for the regular people, but that Zelensky, those scam, that was all a fucking scam, man. That pisses me off. Motherfuckers. Waving anybody who waved the fucking Ukrainian flag in our Congress should be held accountable as a traitor and shot, and I am not kidding. I want to make that clear. I ain't trying to be instigatory. I mean that in my heart. You should be held trial, and we'll just show the video of you doing it, and you should be shot as a traitor. And your family should be stripped of any pension or anything else, too. Because you're a traitor to this country. And most likely a criminal laundering money anyway, so you're a piece of shit. Basically, you're in our Congress, you're a piece of shit. That's generally how I feel. That should be we should be doing to our own Congress what we're doing to Iraq. Killing leader after leader of people who want to be senators and shit just to show that you fucking keep this shit up. This is what's going to happen. Until we get people who realize we're being watched with a fine-tooth comb and we better be here to do our job. That same thing should be doing. We should just be killing congressperson and senator after senator just to fucking until they realize we're watching you motherfuckers and we know you're criminals. You better knock it off. So you want this job? You better be honest. You know? Now, of course, I'm being inflammatory and over the top. But there is a truth to that, I believe. You know, that's what we're doing to Iraq, right? Or not Iraq, or Iran. You know, it's like, oh, you don't want to cooperate with us? Well, we'll get another candidate. We should be doing that something similar in some way to our own scumbags in our government. And they are all scumbags. They're all scumbags, you know. Don't give me old Rand Paul. Yeah, Rand Paul can be Rand Paul because he's fucking absolutely useless. I wish he wasn't, you know. When I say something like that, I'm not rooting against him, but he's useless. He does all these speeches and oh, I hold him accountable. What happens, dude? You know? Why is it oh god. Come on. I gotta pick this up, buddy. I can't see. I used to have I still have it there. But a floor light, a rope light, but I turned it off and I haven't turned it back on. And it's also like got sections that are out. But it was specifically for this little journey right here. It was nice to kind of allowed it. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Sorry, man, it's dark. I just turned off the lights. There I am. So going to bed. We were playing some music earlier. I was randomly yelling at stuff and about stuff. It's kind of a wild ride. All right, we're heading into the bathroom. So we're out.